from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sideline. We say hello to Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Just feeds the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Still looking to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Hits inside, it's Gibson. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his back in the middle. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Owens. Touchdown Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Spins away from the defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're going to ride this running back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wilson on the carry. He's stopped.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Taylor wants to throw it. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, and they'll move the chains in first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The ride. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Uh-oh, look out. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. Might have a chance. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. That'll be enough for the first down. Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Running the red zone. It's Wilson. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right side, it's West. Makes the tackle.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! How about the tight end showing the athleticism and diving to make that grab?
It's so nice as a quarterback, Reese, to have a tight end who's athletic and can make the play when it's not a perfect throw.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll move the tight end. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff again. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Underwood on the play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Couldn't find his way out of his grasp.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, Dave.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Underwood. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Slings it downfield. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Wolverines! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built the deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing in a double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Taylor wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You got to give the defense tons of credit, because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Here's a give to Gibson. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Breaks the tackle. There's a crease. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. look to the running back. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Wilson open on the right side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Release to the back. Wilson's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to test the right side with this one. Oh, he's got some space. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass to 6. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Rushes on. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. And they head to the locker room 2 quarters into the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 15 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Volunteers with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to the well. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give... You can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll run the counter. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out wide right, it's West. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Wilson. Got 9 yards on the play, leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. trying to slip through and pick it up. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Snapped it, he has to have it. Big man has it, it's a 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Would be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pulls it on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
To the end zone and is picked off. All down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Handoff for Jarrett. Got the 1st down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Play action with Underwood. Keeping his eyes downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing, Underwood. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the 1st down. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. Right down the gun of the field. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown? And all by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As they start this drive from their own 15. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
And he slides to avoid the contact, and then just at the right moment, got the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Taylor wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. Goes high to put it in. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Making the adjustment. Looking for running room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They're working that left side. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he added the extra point. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. From the gun, and he's brought down after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And it's just been that kind of day.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. He's brought down. Couldn't find